Otherwise, Netflix's latest film starring Anthony Mackie and Damson Idris. Damson Idris plays Lieutenant Harp, who gets sent to another military zone, kind of like as a punishment for disobeying direct orders in the beginning of the movie, where he's caught in between this decision whether to fire a missile because these two soldiers are getting under attack and there's not enough men to help him out. So he ends up going to the zone where he meets with Anthony Mackie, who plays Captain Leo, this sort of half human or half robot android drone military soldier. I don't even know what this thing is called. And they pretty much partner up in order to stop a nuclear attack. The movie starts off well. It starts off at a good pace, at a good start, but then throughout the film, it just kind of starts going downhill, starts falling a little flat, and you just kind of just start getting bored about halfway throughout the movie that you don't even know what's going on. You don't really care. I mean, we've seen this plot before where they had to stop a nuclear attack, and at first we're told that it's the Russians planning this, but then we find out that no, it's not the Russians, that it's some sort of Ukraine resistance. And that's pretty much the whole point, the whole story, until the end of the movie, where we have these twists and turns in the plot, but it kind of just makes you wonder, okay, so what happened from the beginning? Everything in between from the beginning and the end is pretty much pointless and boring. You just don't care. The only thing that kept this movie somewhat alive was Anthony Mackie's performance. I mean, I'm not saying that it's great, that it's his top. I mean, I've seen him do better, but it's the only thing that kept this movie alive. I mean, the cheesy jokes that he kind of throws in there, you know, it's somewhat funny, but it's kind of like the icebreaker, the comic relief for this very serious tone. Not that I needed a comic relief, but it's the only thing that just made it enjoyable in some sort of sense. Damson Idris is just very dry. His character is just boring. He doesn't even really do much throughout the whole film. He just has a few one-liners or a couple phrases here and there. You know, he doesn't really show any emotion when he's supposed to show like that he's scared or that he's angry or just anything in general. I don't really see any emotion, any energy. I have no energy, no energetic vibe coming from him. His character is just plain boring as hell. The film does have some decent action scenes. I mean, the CGI is not, it ain't the best thing out there, but it's decent enough for you to watch these people get killed and you're like, whoa, you know, that was cool. Damson Idris' character, the only thing we were able to connect with his character was towards the end, where he kind of learns his mistake from what he did in the beginning, that it doesn't make any sense to kill a few people in order to save a bunch of more people. I'm not going to spoil much of it, but we learned that one side of the enemy wanted to nuke the whole world, or mainly the US in general, because they believe that the US deserves to be destroyed, so that way they can feel what it's like to lose human lives and not for them not to be considered collateral. It's just like unimportant, that doesn't matter. Then we have another side that believes the US needed to be nuked, just, you know, just for the hell of it. And yeah, we have another part that believes that the US had to be destroyed in order for them to stop making these robotic soldiers, as we saw in the movie. A certain individual in this movie believed that in order to save more lives, we gotta destroy these machines. So in order to destroy the robotic soldier machines, we have to nuke the US. So we have all these different beliefs, all these different ideas, different reasons of why they want to just plan this nuclear attack, and you just don't even know what's true anymore. We have all these twists, but it ends up making somewhat sense towards the end. And you know, the only thing that is clear is that Harp learns his lesson, but that's pretty much it. This movie just really has nothing much going for it. I mean, it's a similar plot we've seen. It's kind of just reminds you of Terminator. Kind of has some stuff from iRobot as well. Decent action, but not really, you know, it's just decent enough to, like, if you're just bored and you have absolutely nothing to watch, then, you know, you could throw this on. You'll probably fall asleep during the middle of it, wake up, and you'll still find out the end. I mean, there's some stuff that's predictable, and towards the end, you'll be like, oh, okay, so that was the whole point of the movie, so I guess I didn't miss much. I would say this movie is rated PG for partially garbage. Wasn't really that enjoyable. I mean, I couldn't even remember what this movie was about when I was writing down, getting my thoughts together to know how to review this thing. I had to kind of just go back. I almost felt like I needed to rewatch it just so I can remember what the heck happened in this movie. So outside the wire, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.